Hi everybody, glad to have you here for this video. This is going to be a review all about the Revlon PhotoReady Concealer. So the Revlon PhotoReady Foundation's been out for a while, and so when I saw this concealer, I thought I really want to try this. And I've been using it pretty much non-stop since I bought it, and primarily what I use a concealer for is the under eye area, although I do have some areas kind of around my nose. I have some broken capillaries around my nose that can look a little bit red right there, and of course we all have the occasional blemish here and there, so I had some areas like that around my nose that I concealed. So here and here were the places where I used it. But just to give you an overview of the product, it's a stick concealer, and you know, some of the stick concealers that I've tried from the drugstore have been very thick, and they sort of have some drag to them. You know, when you put them on, it's like if you want to go directly from the product to your face, you'll feel it pull just a little bit. You know, if you have aging skin and your skin is starting to get a little bit crepey or more lightweight in that under eye area, that's really not something you want to deal with at all. So I was hoping that this would be maybe a little bit more lightweight, and that's exactly what it turned out to be. It twists up, you get that much product in there, and the shade I have is light medium. The lightest shade was fair, and then it went a few shades deeper than this. So basically, as I applied this, I felt like it really glided on the skin really easily. I just feel like it sweeps on so nicely, and it's very low effort to blend in. Sometimes with concealers, you want to apply them over a larger area than just, you know, right in here. I mean, sometimes you may have uneven skin tone and you want to use some concealer instead of caking on a bunch of foundation. You want to use concealer to even things out more. And so that can be hard when you're taking the traditional stick concealer and trying to make that work, because it is so thick. And this, I feel like, is the type of thing that you could, you know, block out a whole area, and it's practically reminds me of, you know, a really nice stick foundation, but it is nicely pigmented. As I put this on my under eye, again, I felt like it really glided on. Then I go in and I blend it out with my finger. Some people might use, I mean, you could put it on your finger first and dot it on if you wanted to, but I like to get it on there and then take my finger and use the warmth of my finger to kind of pat and blend just a little bit to really get that going on my under eye. So I guess the question that remains is, how well did it really cover my circles? I do not think this is the most heavy coverage concealer that is out there to be used for under eye. I think, like, you think about the Mally Cancellation Concealer and Bobbi Brown, and I mean recently Maybelline Dream Mousse Concealer, which we're not seeing, I mean, at least I'm not seeing in my drugstores lately, and there's been lots of talk about that being discontinued, which is one that I really liked, and I thought it was creamy and good coverage. But this may be something that I look to as a drugstore concealer to sort of replace that. It's obviously a different texture, but it is creamy enough to, I feel, cover some circles. Hard Candy Glamouflage is a nice liquid, more liquidy concealer, but it is very creamy and it doesn't take a whole lot to do the job. But if you prefer, you know, this stick format where you can basically just draw it on your skin, blend it in, and if you have larger areas, I mean, I like Glamouflage, but I don't know that I would want to really take that over, you know, really large parts of my skin if I had a lot of, you know, blotchiness that I wanted to cover up. This is, you know, a good texture to be able to do that. And I always top off my concealer when I go over my under eye. I lightly dust with like a light tone powder or a yellow tone powder if you have that, and that really I think mattifies the area and keeps you from seeing a lot of circles. So I really enjoy this for the under eye for a quick concealer. I think for other parts of the face it's good because I have some uneven texture. Actually, I have a zit that was right here that it was kind of doing that thing where, you know, like almost scabby type of texture on my skin, and you know, if you've got the wrong kind of concealer on there, you can see that. And so I felt like this smoothed over it, and then I topped it with some powder and it really concealed it nicely. So I give Revlon PhotoReady Concealer high marks for being sort of a new age of drugstore stick concealer. And I was telling my mom about it. I'm like, this is big, this is good stuff, and I hope people are able to pick this up and try it out. And like I said, this would be also something good to layer if you have have extremely dark circles, and you want and you find this is not doing the job, I suggest a salmon-y based concealer or corrector, you know, to go right in over those areas, and then you can kind of blend over it with something like this, and I think get ideal coverage for super dark bluish toned circles. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review, and have a great day.